Welcome, XLM fans. We're going to dive into some latest Stellar news and developments. We're going to look into Stellar Startup Camp and why it's important. We're going to see why it's important for startups wanting to build on Stellar. Also, I'm going to answer a big question that a lot of people might be asking. What does it take to drive up the price of XLM, for example? We hear all kinds of great news, but what is going on with the price? It seems like it doesn't go anywhere. We're going to look into that. Also, Paris Blockchain Week is here, and Danielle Dixon is speaking on day one. That's excellent. And there's a couple of Stronghold events that's coming up that puts Sean Bennett, the CTO, in the spotlight. So that's great news. Let's go ahead and dive in. If you have not purchased a D'CENT Biometric wallet, now is the time to do so. Through Token Topics affiliate links, you receive an incredible discount, $30 off the original price off the one package. If you do the two package deal, you get $100 off the original price. You can't beat that anywhere. All the information, the purchasing links are in the description. Building on Stellar is extremely important for the ecosystem to grow, and when you have new businesses and startups wanting to build on Stellar, it's best if they're fully educated and completely know the ecosystem and everything that Stellar offers so they're successful with their build.
All on our X Live on Stellar Cash Course is what we're calling this, an SCF Startup Camp overview, specifically to talk about the Startup Camp relaunch here, which will be happening April 22nd. And it will run for 4 days, the boot camp, and I'm really excited. But before I get too far into the details of what is Startup Camp, why everyone should do it, I'm going to let folks on this call introduce themselves here. So I'll start with Anka, if you want to quickly introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So my name is Anka Liu, and I lead ecosystem growth here at the Stellar Development Foundation. I'll give it to Emmanuel.
Hi, Everest Emmanuel. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Link, an ecosystem company at Stellar. Previous winners of Stellar Community Fund started off from the bootcamp. So looking forward to the conversation.
Absolutely. And Fab?
Awesome. Hi, I'm Fabricio. You can call me Fab if you want. I'm the CTO of Bigger, and we've recently partnered with the Stellar Foundation to relaunch the Startup Camp. And I'm also a previous SCF award recipient.
Absolutely. And hi, everyone. I'm Anuhya. I'm a system development manager at the Stellar Development Foundation, specifically focusing on relaunching Startup Camp is one of my main projects right now, which I'm really excited for. So a quick overview here, Anka, before we get into Startup Camp, do you want to talk about what is the Sorbonne Adoption Fund? How does Startup Camp kind of tie lightly into SCF, and what does that look like?
Yeah, so last year we've announced the Sorbonne Adoption Fund, where the Stellar Development Foundation dedicated $100 million to put towards supporting the growth and ecosystem of Sorbonne, Stellar's new native smart contracts platform. And so this initiative really supercharged the Stellar Community Fund, which awarded over $13 million in XLM to over 170 projects building on Stellar. So anything from financial protocols, oracles, indexers, developer tooling, RPC services, security tooling, anything that you can imagine that a smart contracts ecosystem might need. So different from all of the other grant programs, the STF, or the Stellar Community Fund, is supported by the community for our board allocation, project support, and governance. So this is a really exciting collaborative initiative. So for STF's Open Application Development Awards, qualified submissions may actually be eligible to receive awards up to $100,000 in XLM at a time. So these rounds run 4 weeks, and the next round's deadline is at April 15th. For STF awards, requirements are mainly to have a ready-to-build project that brings or will bring significant value to the ecosystem, either through creating entire new use cases, tooling, or infrastructure, or having an entire new market or user base to introduce Stellar to. So, and if you're still ideating and would like more support, like this is when Startup Camp comes in. And I'm sure like Anuhya, Fabricio, and at Bigger, and Everest Emmanuel at Link will tell you more about it.
And Emmanuel, I guess I'll start off a little bit here of why we decided to relaunch Startup Camp, right? A big part of it was we often get applications through the Stellar Community Fund, which we're like, if only they just had some more support to really flush out that application and make sure that they understand exactly why they're building on Stellar. And as a result, the application just ends up being much better, right? If they go through this boot camp, spend 4 days, have all the right mentorship and all the right partnerships that they can potentially have to, in those 4 days, they get the best possible application. So Fab, I'm going to have you talk a little bit here about what those 4 days of boot camp could potentially look like or don't look like now.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you for that. So yeah, I'll start by saying that the goal of the startup camp, what you walk out with, is just a very solid Stellar Community Fund application. Anuja, as you said, I'm a reviewer myself, so sometimes I look at the applications, I also feel, they were missing that last push to sort of get it over the line. So yeah, during those 4 days, what we do is we start by defining the MVP, because also sometimes one of the problems that we get is that the applications aim for too much, and really because we are going for an activation award, which is for the community to get to know you. We really help you nail down what is the first deliverable that you are going to push out in a month or two. On the second day, we help you organize that into user stories and work on your UX mockups. And then on the third day is really where we bring a lot of firepower in terms of engineering and help you with the technical architecture. There's a technical architecture document that you must submit to a Stellar Startup Camp. So we really help you there if you need it. And the fourth day is all about submitting your application, lots of tips, lots of best practices, reinforcing that you should read the Stellar Community Fund Handbook. But yeah, that's sort of what the 4 days look like, and we are tailoring this to be a bit more of a self-serve experience going forward. But definitely for this one, there will be a lot of support from bigger side.
All right, we have Paris Blockchain Week starting tomorrow, and day one we have Danielle Dixon kicking it off. We have the long-anticipated Paris Blockchain Week, and one of the first speakers is Danielle Dixon, as you can see pictured there. She's gearing up for her big talk on blockchain innovation, trust, and the future of finance, straight from the main stage. This is truly an exciting event for Stellar, a big event, and I'm sure great things are going to come out of this. Most likely, if you're a Stellar fan, you're a Stronghold fan. Exciting news, Stronghold is proud to announce their gold membership at Notch's Smarter Faster Payments 2024. Sean Bennett will be presenting an exclusive payment insights to the industry leaders in the banking and payment ecosystem. Very cool. Awesome. We have an AMA coming up from Sean Bennett, the Chief Technology Officer, Stronghold. It's going to be held April 16th at 11 a.m. PST time. And that's going to be on X. That's something to really look forward to. Also on YouTube Live. All right, now I'm going to play this clip that I've already played for XRP and XCC fans out there. It covers a great topic of what's going to drive up the value on these assets, right? We always hear about great news. We hear about tokenization, Stellar tokenizing treasuries, and all this great news, but nothing seems to be changing. So what is actually going to drive up the price and the value on these assets? And besides a Bitcoin cycle, like every 4 years? Well, let's go ahead and cover it here. Tokenization will impact the value of digital assets and cryptocurrencies. This is a topic that's not really discussed enough. Tokenization has the potential to significantly impact and drive up the value of digital assets in the crypto market in several ways. Increase liquidity. Tokenization can fractionalize ownership of assets, allowing investors to buy and sell smaller portions of assets. This increased liquidity can attract more investors to the market, potentially driving up demand and prices. Accessibility. Tokenization can make traditional illiquid assets, such as real estate, fine art, accessible to a wider range of investors. This increased accessibility could lead to greater demand for the assets, potentially driving up their value. Also, diversification. Tokenization allows for the creation of tokens representing various types of assets, from real estate to stocks, commodities. Investors can diversify their portfolios more easily by holding tokens representing different asset classes, potentially reducing risk and increasing overall value. There's also efficiency. Tokenization can streamline processes such as trading, settlement, and ownership transfer, reducing costs and increasing efficiency. This improved efficiency could attract more investors to the market and contribute to overall growth and value. global market access. Tokenization can facilitate access to global markets by removing geographical barriers. Investors from anywhere in the world can buy, sell tokenized assets, potentially increasing demand and driving up prices. We also have regulatory compliance. So properly regulated tokenization platforms can attract institutional investors who may have been hesitant to enter the crypto market due to regulatory concerns. The influx of institutional capital could contribute to increased demand and higher valuations. Also, innovation. Tokenization opens up possibilities for new types of assets and investment structures that were not feasible before. This innovation could attract more investors to the market and drive up the value of digital assets. However, it's important to note that the impact of tokenization on the value of digital assets in the crypto market will depend on various factors, including regulatory developments, investor sentiment, technological advancements, and market dynamics. So it needs to attract, I just want to stop right there, it needs to attract big investors to come in. What we're seeing right now is a drop in the bucket. We need increased liquidity. We need more people involved, and during that process, more people are going to hold assets. So while tokenization holds promises for increasing the value of digital assets, it also presents risks and challenges that need to be clarified and navigated. So there you have that. This is an excellent article from Daniel Radwanski. Why are institutional players good for the tokenization market? So the strategic digitalization of assets spearheaded by institutional adoption is transforming the landscape of asset management and investment strategies. Tokenization technologies and blockchain integration are breaking down traditional barriers, allowing new foundations to be laid how assets are managed, traded, and held. Financial institutions are spearheading this revolution, embracing tokenization technologies as a comprehensive strategy to navigate the complexities inherent in digital assets. The commitment to change and innovation is indicative of unique capabilities that blockchain technology offers, enhancing transparency, efficiency, and accessibility across financial services. The critical role of digital currencies and tokenized assets is this transformation. In this transformation cannot be overstated. With institutional capital moving into digital forms, the liquidity pool within the tokenization ecosystem is poised for expansion. Right there. That is big right there. The increased liquidity, increased expansion. The introduction of central bank digital currencies and other stablecoins into this mix promises to accelerate this transition by bridging the divide between traditional financial systems and the burgeoning world of digital assets. These innovations are poised to streamline the flow of capital, enhancing efficiency and further boosting liquidity in tokenized market. We're going to get there, and we're going to hit a turning point where we're going to see a lot of these big enterprise businesses getting involved, and we're going to see a big rise in these assets in a short period of time. We will get to that point, I believe. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you're an XLM fan, you should consider subscribing so you can stay up to date with future XLM Stellar content. Take care.